Hey everybody, Mandus Welker here with Maximum Muscle Report. We're at the 2018 North Americans. I've been telling you all week, we ran into the men's physique superstars, we ran into George Peterson, and now, creme de la creme, top of the food chain, fellas. Open bodybuilding, the one and only, 7th last year at the Olympia, Nathan Deasha. Nathan. Man, this is a much anticipated Olympia for you. You're smiling, too happy right now. I know you're suffering. How's this prep been?
This prep's been hard, man, to be honest. Man's pushing to my limits, you know, but I just keep my mind focused on the goal and improve myself. But I'm lucky to be with Matt and his family and give me that structure, you know, to get me by and just keep my head up and just keep plodding on day by day.
You know, it was very interesting. It seemed like you had a lot of things going on in the past. You know, you had a trainer in one place, you had a coach in another place, you were living somewhere. It seemed like when you kind of made that adjustment and made the move, everything really started to come together. You think that was maybe one of the biggest changes for you?
Yeah, I think that was the main change, you know, basically trying to juggle two things at once. It just didn't work, and, you know, you learn from your mistakes. I learned from earlier on in the year that I couldn't do it, so I just took one option, stay with Matt, and it paid off. You know, we won California together, New York, and hopefully we can try and crack top 4, top 3 this year at the Olympia.
That is the prediction. People are anticipating. Now, Matt, you know, you're a guy who's been around for a while. You know, there's 3 or 4 coaches out there that have been around for a long time that most consider in that Mount Rushmore of coaches. I think it's hard-pressed to say that you are now probably, if not knocking on a door of adding your face up there, you are there. You've been doing a lot of big things. What's it like having this guy in a camp now, though?
It's incredible. I think one of the things that makes this work is that we just believe in each other 100%. You know, and at the end of the day, regardless of what my decisions are, Nathan he says, yeah, man, you know, whatever you believe, you know, whatever you feel we need to do, we do. And we just trust each other, you know, and that's a huge part of our relationship, is that we have a lot of fun doing what we do. We have a lot of passion in doing what we do, and we trust each other and we love each other, you know, and I think that's a big part of it. And also just being in the house together, I get to learn so much more about him that I wouldn't get to if he wasn't there, you know. So we're having a lot of fun doing what we're doing. I'm very, very thankful for him and his belief in me. That's something I'll never take for granted, and I'm just thankful to be here with him.
You know, that's very interesting, Nathan, that Matt just said that. And you actually touched on it first, saying it didn't work trying to juggle too many things. You obviously made the decision to put all your chips in Matt's basket. How much easier is it for you to know that, hey, not everything always works? We know that in this sport. Those who think it does are foolish. But the fact that you guys continue to get better, and when you do, quote unquote, make a mistake, or something, I should say, doesn't go perfect, you guys make the right adjustments. Is that something that really puts you at ease, to know that you're just going to learn from everything and get better?
Yeah, you know, like, for example, you know, we right now, the position now, we're 10 pounds heavier than we was basically in the spring, you know, in May. So we're happy, you know. Matt's learning my body. This is our first year working together. If you give us another year, 2 years, we will be Mr. Olympia. You know, that's not arrogant and that's not cocky. That's my belief. If I'm not Mr. Olympia, then what am I doing here? You know, and I'll finish if I'm not there in 2 or 3 years. That's just the way I am. You know, if I don't succeed in something, until that, I don't believe my failure. It's just that if I can't do it, move on to something else. And knowing that Matt has my life in his hands, he's good in that part, because he knows this is a hobby and a living for me, you know, and it's my livelihood. And Matt knows that each competition is a paycheck for my family. And with Matt having children and being in his house, he understands that. And so he puts everything into it, what he needs, because he understands that I need this, you know, like everybody else, we need this. So just being able to rely on him and his judgments is undeniable. If he says to me, go and eat 10 eggs, I eat 10 eggs. He says, Nathan, no carbs for 3 weeks, no carbs for 3 weeks. It is what it is. But we are suffered in silence, and then but once we win, when we do win, it's all time to party.
You know, Matt, this is very interesting. I've had a couple conversations this last week with a few other coaches in passing. You know, we're here for a week, so it's a lot of time. One of the things we've seemed to notice with a lot of the generation coming up is guys just jump ship. They do one or two shows, they want another coach. They want another coach. They want another coach. Listen to Nathan talk here is some of the most refreshing words I've heard. The fact that people think that, hey, a coach is supposed to bring you in 100% after one show is just not realistic. Yeah. What's your point of view on what's happening with these young athletes now, and to hear someone as good as he is to say, hey, it's a learning process, but we're going to make it to the top?
You know, I think for all the coaches, I'll speak on behalf of all the coaches. You know, those of us that are passionate about what we do, it's emotionally draining and taxing to lose somebody, you know, that you put a lot of effort into, because it's not always going to be perfect. You know, and something else that I struggle with is having two guys in the same show. You know, so one of those guys is going to beat the other guy, and that's a hard thing to kind of digest at the end of the day, because you're putting your effort into both of those guys. One of them's going to come away with the result, and then what happens after that? Is there an emotional response to that result? Is there he put more effort into him just simply because he won, when simply that might not be the case, you know? So, you know, with Nathan, we were just talking about it on the way up here, on the drive up, like, we haven't even touched the surface yet. Like, we've had 6 weeks of an off season together, period. You know, so we're really looking forward to bringing our best at the Olympia and having a really long off season to show people what we can really do, you know, and just having some fun. Like, that's the thing, like, regardless of what we're doing within our goal, we're having fun while we're doing it, you know. And Nathan's looking forward to coming back and doing an off season, you know, just going out to eat and doing those things that in Knoxville that he hasn't been able to do yet, because it's just been prep 24/7. But I think that's part of a successful team is the fact that we're able to have fun within those really, really high goals. And I do, like, we both believe in the next 2 to 3 years he's going to be Mr. Olympia, you know, 100%. I'd bet a lot of money on it. So, and what he said too about his family, like, his family's my family, and I want to see him succeed because of that, you know. I mean, and I understand what it's like to have a son now, and to be away from his son and his daughter the amount of time that he is, like, that time doesn't need to be wasted. It needs to pay off. It needs to keep moving in the right direction, you know. So there's a lot, like, I hold a lot of that on myself.
I'll give a shameless plug here to your state of Tennessee. Alan Sizemore, the new chairman out there, he's in Knoxville. We've been out there covering some of the shows. Looks like we'll be out there a lot next year.
He's doing a great job too.
Great job,
yeah.
Alan Sizemore, again, new chairman of Tennessee. Nathan, what do you got to say to all your countrymen back at home now that you're here doing what you need to do? There's still got to be a lot of pride wanting to take that thing home.
Yeah, man, it's all I can say now is that the ones that didn't believe, but it's coming home by 2020. That's for sure.
Ooh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. There is no arguing the potential, and not only the potential, but what you're already bringing to the stage. Unbelievable. Your size, your structure, you know, your balance, your symmetry. And now we're really getting to hear behind the scenes. This is all business for you, man.
Yeah, man, I'm happy. You know, the guys in the federation, Jim, and everyone allow me to do what I want to do and pursue this career. You know, and they let me. A lot of people think I'm outspoken, but the chairman and everyone else says do what you want to do. So I speak how I want to speak, and so a lot of people don't get the English banter, but it's all fun and games, you know. And at the end of the day, the battle's on stage, and that's what it comes down to. We're all friends, but on the day, man, you're my enemy. You know, I want it.
The English gentleman speaks.
Man, you're killing this guy.
Guys, there we have it. The one and only.
Hey, listen, 15 minutes. People stop watching after 5. Remember that.
That's what happens when you're in Pittsburgh, home of bodybuilding. The president jumps in the middle of the interview. The boss says we need to wrap this thing up because Nathan has to eat. Nathan, let's wrap this thing up with you giving a few words of encouragement to all your followers and the young up-and-coming bodybuilders out there, because you definitively are a guy that people now look up to. You've got a lot of, again, size, but the shape. You've got a pretty physique. Give a few words to all the young cats coming up out there.
Guys, just believe in yourself. Chase your dream. If you want it, go and get it. Don't let nobody stop you. You know, you'll lose a lot of friends on the way, but you'll gain a lot of friends and family also. You know, just remember, no matter whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's soccer, whether it's NFL, if you want something, you believe hard enough, it can come true. You know, look at me. I've come from nothing. Now I've got this. So just believe in yourself, take it to the next level, and just give everything you've got and have no regrets.
Good. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Deasha, 7th last year, top 4 this year. Let's see what happens. Camp Jansen, Matt Jansen, Nathan Deasha, one of the best in the world. Superstar is how we describe him. Until next time, Mandus Maximus Report. Guys, we're out.